everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Factorio Tutorials. I am your host, Alex, and as always, you're watching FCOD Gaming. Now, last time I left you off, I had just started in on this little block of factories, which is all run by the logistics network. As you can see, I've got quite a bit of stuff automated, which is good. And that actually allows us to use blueprints to their full potential, which is really cool. But yeah, I'll get into that in just a second. But as you can see, I've got factories and smart chests and stuff like that in here, and there's plenty of room to expand. So that's basically what you want to look for when you're trying to design this stuff. Like I said in the last episode, this isn't necessarily the best way to set up your logistics factories, but for me it's at least my preferred way of doing it. Just because it's compact, you can fit a lot of factories in a small area, and yeah, I mean, it just looks nice, basically. So I kind of explained how you use blueprints in the last episode, but I didn't have everything quite automated for it yet. So let's say I had something else that I wanted to build a factory for. I could go through and manually put the factories down and the inserters and everything like that, but that gets tedious after a while. So instead I have this blueprint built, which you can see there's a little preview of what it is and what it takes to produce. Now I have all of these things automatically being built in the factory. So if I grab this, if you hit R, it rotates it just like anything else, and drop it down just like anything else. And now these logistics bots, if you can see in the dark, I'm sorry about that, will come out and basically drop everything down that you need. And that's that. You don't have to sort through everything. It's really kind of nifty. So let's give a couple more examples of that. So let's say you wanted to convert from your steam power over to your solar power. Well, all you have to do is create a new blank blueprint, and all that takes is one advanced circuit. So if you have one of those on your person, you're set. Grab the blueprint, click and drag over everything that you want to copy, basically. Gives you a preview of it, gives you what all you need to complete that. And you can set up different icons. So let's say I wanted to add an accumulator in there. It'll be solar and accumulator. So let's go ahead and create that. And now I can copy and paste that wherever I would like it. Which, if this was, you know, a serious build, I might not particularly want it right there, but, you know, that's fine. Another neat thing that you can do with these construction robots. Oops, I'm about to. I'm locked in the middle of the construction. Let's go ahead and release a few more because I don't have too many of them in the network right now. So let's grab those. Let's get a whole 50 of them. Anyway, where was I? The deconstruction planners. So basically this is the reverse of a blueprint. You can click and drag over whatever you don't want there anymore. Let me go a little bit further down. And it'll have the construction robots come by, pick them up, and put them into storage. Now for this, you do have to have at least one storage box down, which I have one set up right here, and that's where they're putting all of those materials. So yeah, with that does count towards your logistics network storage overall. So it doesn't really throw off your numbers when you're building things, but yeah. So let's go ahead and plop that back down. Get all that stuff out of storage. Now, one other thing that's really useful about this, and this is a relatively new thing, it hasn't always been this way, but if you drag it over trees, you can actually clear out a big area of trees just by doing that. You don't have to fuck around with your axe, pickaxe, or whatever they call it. It just automatically does that. Now, again, you have to have storage for it, but yeah, what I usually do is I'll set up something like a burner for like stone walls or something like that that runs off of wood, and that way you're using up that wood while you're crafting, different things. I don't have that set up right now, so it's all going into storage, but eventually, if I was taking down a bunch of trees, I would be doing it that way. So let's see here. Let's throw all of these back into my inventory here. We'll make a new blank blueprint. And this is something that I didn't think of right off the bat, but you can actually do a blueprint for your walls and your defenses and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and have the icon be a wall and a laser turret. And so you can just plop these down one after another, and it makes turtling up your base, or that's, a geeky word for walling it off. It makes that insanely easier. So we can do something like that. Let's go ahead and fill in this wall here. And just like that, I've got that entire side, well, more or less the entire side, completely walled off, which makes it quite easy. I can just keep going until I run out of materials. Now, obviously, I do want this powered up at some point. But I'm kind of overloading the robots right now, so we'll let them catch up a little bit. But yeah, so there's my defenses right there. And that is super easy. I'm ashamed to admit how long it took me to do that. And before I would just be running around with a bunch of walls and turrets in my pocket, and just kind of doing it that way. But yeah, so with that, let's see here. I'll kind of give you an overview of what I've got going on since the last time. I have gotten a lot of gameplay. So basically I have a smelting operation going on for steel. That is set at a cap of 200, which right now it's those 8 smelters are definitely keeping up. These are all dedicated for iron smelting. It's way more than I need, but I figure the rest of them, or the stuff that I won't need, will be put into storage, kind of like that. I have this little deposit of iron. It's getting dangerously close to being depleted. And that's the only thing feeding this line of smelters. And this iron deposit is basically depleted. It's getting dangerously close to it, and if you see here, iron ore is, I'm not even doing any research, and iron ore is having a very hard time getting all the way down to both sides of my smelters. So yeah, fairly soon I'm going to have to set up a new way of getting iron, and I believe that will be a great excuse to show you guys how to set up trains, at least a very simple train system. So with that, this is a little bit shorter of an episode than I had planned, but I think that I think that basically covers everything as far as blueprints go and all that good stuff. So hopefully I covered everything. If I did not, and you still have questions about how things work, feel free to leave a comment down below. I will be happy to answer any of your questions within reason. And so with that, as always, remember to take care of yourselves out there, and thanks for watching. Oh, wow. I might need help.
Alright.
There's like... Oh god, I'm out of ammo. Oh, that's not
I'm
good.
coming. Can you head to me? Oh god, I'm running as fast as I can.
I think I got them.
Alright.
They're all small biters, but there were like
a lot of them.
20 of them.
Yeah. Damn. Do you have armor?
No.